And now back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic and your host, Bobby Likis.
And welcome back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Call with your car questions at 888 Car Clinic. On the Car Clinic hotline with me now is Hina Baloch, Global Social Impact and STEM Education Manager for General Motors. This week, General Motors Chairman and CEO Mary Barra and nonprofit leaders introduced new, innovative programs designed to encourage young people to go into technology and engineering professions and improve teacher training in STEM-related subjects. I'm really interested in this commitment, so Hina, welcome to Bobby Likis Car Clinic.
Thank you, Bobby.
Let's start with the basics. Remind our Car Clinic listeners and viewers what STEM, or STEM, stands for, and share with us why it's so important to the jobs and economy of the future.
So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And this is so important for every part of our economy, right? So technology drives everything that we do, how we get to work, what we do at work, how we work, what we do at home. So it is a part of everything that we do. And this is so important because we need developers of these technologies, not just consumers of these technologies. So I think it is omnipresent, it's ubiquitous, it's a part of everything that we do.
And why is STEM so important to General Motors and the auto industry? And to that end, I understand you're announcing a new initiative this week to build a talent pipeline?
That is correct. For General Motors, it is very, very important. As a tech mobility company, when we think about moving our customers from point A to point B, there's a lot of technology that's involved behind it. There's a lot of coding technology that goes behind making a car, behind building a car. And we're talking about electric vehicles. We're talking about connected cars. We're talking about shared vehicles. So all of that involves technology, and there's a lot of technicians that are involved behind developing those. So for General Motors, it is important that we have the quality talent pipeline that will help us develop these products that will go to our customers.
We're talking with Hina Baloch with us on the hotline, General Motors Global Social Impact and STEM Education Manager. This is huge. This is all about our futures. Hina, tell us about the partnerships being announced this week.
Yeah, so we are announcing some great partnerships with 4 different organizations. We are partnering with Code.org. It is a national organization led by Hardeep Pertowi, and they are focusing on bringing computer science, making computer science accessible to students throughout the U.S. And our funding will help train around 14,000 teachers, 1,400 teachers and 40,000 secondary students across the U.S. We are launching a partnership with Black Girls Code. We are proud to announce that we are bringing them to Detroit and making sure that Black girls and women of color understand that it is possible for us, for women of color, to get into the careers of technology. And then with Institute of Play, so engagement is a serious challenge that students face. A lot of students are not engaged. We have not kind of figured out what are the most innovative ways of making math and science accessible to students. So our partner, Institute of Play, designs games, and they bring math to classroom through game designs and principles of game designs. Our partnership with them involves a math fellowship for teachers that incorporates bringing digital tools and game design to students in classroom. Our 4th partnership is with Digital Promise, and with them we are developing a micro-credential process for teachers. So making sure that teachers are able to get training while they're in the classroom. These micro-credentials are based on training teachers about computational thinking. So really kind of thinking about why is coding important, not just coding for the sake of coding, but then understanding what does it mean for skills like problem solving, for skills like critical thinking and analysis. So we're kind of thinking on both sides. All of these partnerships focus on teachers because I think this is so important. We have a teacher shortage issue, we have a teacher training issue, we have a teacher iteration issue, but at the same time they also focus on students because to make math, science accessible to them, we have to think about what are the more innovative, engaging ways for us to work with students.
Well, to that end, Hina, one of the topics that we often communicate with our listeners on Car Clinic, it revolves around autonomous driving vehicles and autonomous vehicles themselves. How do you see autonomous driving and other technologies that are on the horizon affecting the automotive engineering jobs of the future, specifically regarding these new skills?
Yeah, so I think, some of the technology already exists in the cars, automatic braking. Our cars can pretty much now know how to stay on the lane. So we kind of feel that there's so much technology that goes behind developing these cars. And again, going back to the point of our future generation, the digital natives, they're already using technologies in so many different ways. And our focus is moving them from just as users of these technologies to creators of these technologies tomorrow. So how do we make sure that students are not only engaging with technology in the best possible way, using it to their advantage, but then tomorrow developing these technologies as well?
Well, that's a huge undertaking, but definitely one that you can be proud of. And as General Motors has done such a fantastic job in the most recent years, this is just another example of the partnerships that we see between nonprofits and General Motors. So hats off to GM, and hats off to you as well, Hina Baloch, the Global Social Impact and STEM Education Manager. Hina, one final question. Can you give us a website so that our Car Clinic listeners and viewers can get more information?
Yes, if you go to www.gm.com, and within that there is a section on corporate giving. There will be a lot of information on what we're doing in STEM, but then also some of our other social pillars like sustainable communities, like safety.
Terrific. Hina Baloch, Global Social Impact and STEM Education Manager for General Motors. Hina, thank you for joining us on Car Clinic today.
Thank you, Bobby.